Greetings and salutations in service to the one I am, Amber Dawn Star, practical mystic, energetic activist, and for almost 35 years, master breathologist. Welcome back to my community. Well, today is a 3-day of the 369 days that I said I had committed to doing these videos on. I realize that, sometimes that's twice a week, sometimes that's 3 times a week, just depending on when the 369 days fall. And how I do that is obviously today is the 13th, so that's a 4. The month is a 2, and the year ends up to be a 6. So that equals a 12, which equals a 3. And so that's how you can follow me. My next one that I'm intending will be on the full moon, which is Wednesday in Leo. Whoa. And the following will be on the 19th, which is a 9. And so on and so forth. So just to let you know, that's how I'm planning at this point to do this. Not 100% sure if that's really going to happen, other than my willingness and if Spirit wants me to do it more. I noticed that when I did the month every day for the month in Sagittarius, that seems to be what YouTube likes. I actually ended up on, my daughter going to YouTube and I popped up. She was surprised. I was surprised. So I guess that the more videos I make, the better, but I don't know if I can do the commitment of every day. I'm for sure going to commit to the 369 days, which are the high energy days of energy, frequency, and vibration that Tesla talked about. So I am going to commit to doing that, even depending on how long they are, how short they are. I'm going to commit to that. Whether I do more or not, that's up to Spirit and just my life. I don't know about your life, but my life is as part of the whole of the collective consciousness of the planet. I am still intending to raise my frequency, raise my vibration, raise my energy. That's what the 5th dimension is all about. It's about raising your frequency, your energy, your frequency, and your vibration. That is what everyone that's talking about this is talking about. And basically moving from a fear-based reality, which is the 3rd dimension, into a 5D reality, which is a love-based dimension. Isn't that nice, that idea to actually learn our lessons and go through our lives, and it's actually a love frequency instead of a fear frequency, which is of course the 3rd dimension. It is a fear frequency. That's what we're living in. That's what we're working in. That's what we're sleeping in. That's what we're eating in. We're all here in the 3rd dimension. However, the more you can raise your energy, frequency, and vibration, the more you will notice that you seem to be in 2 places at once, which you are. If you're doing it, you are. You're noticing the ascension symptoms, and which are a whole range of symptoms. Big one is losing time. And that's part of being in both places, 2 places at once, is that, you're here and then you're there and then you're here and you're going, wait a minute, what happened to that time? I was just, what? But that's what's happening. So in order to raise your energy and your frequency and your vibration, is time to let go of the things that you're afraid of, pretty much, and stepping into the things that kind of scare you. Because the things that kind of scare you are the things that are expanding you, that are expanding your frequency, your vibration. They're lifting you up. Think about the things that you like to do. that bring a smile to your face. That is raising your energy, your frequency, your vibration. And if you just keep going with those feelings of joy and love and light and compassion and forgiveness, and you keep utilizing those energies in your life, you will start to feel lighter. You will start to expand your awareness, which of course, the powers that be right now don't want you to do that. But it doesn't matter what they want, because they're just used to having their way, and because they've been getting away with this for a couple thousand years. I mean, the Piscean age is ending and the Aquarian age is beginning. And so we're in the overlap right now. And we're in the shadow aspects of Pisces, which is basically delusion, illusion, delusion, and all the illusions. Pisces' shadow side is addiction, running away from not dealing with the everyday, the now, not wanting to see, wanting to stay in their own little delusional bubble. And if you've noticed, maybe you've noticed that there's a lot of people running around out there right now that seem to be a bit delusional as far as what they think is the truth, or what it is that they believe, or who they follow, or you know what I'm talking about. Those people that just refuse to change their minds, change their hearts, change their ideas, change their beliefs. They're just doubling, tripling, quadrupling down into their own illusion and own delusion. Unfortunately, that energy is building and will actually be coming to a bigger head for the rest of this year, as the United States comes up on their first Pluto return in Capricorn. So Pluto, of course, that rules death and rebirth, and Scorpio, is about exactly that. What needs to die? What needs to be reborn? And there's a lot from the last 2,000 years that needs to die. Like giving your power over to people that authority, whatever that looks like, religious authority, governmental authority, family authority, friends authority, anything but your own authority is basically what the Piscean age was about. I mean, obviously there was a lot of positive things too. I mean, some of the best avatars, the greatest avatars we've ever seen on this planet came in the Piscean age. Christ, of course, being one of the main ones. Buddha being another one. Krishna, Muhammad. All of these in different parts of the world saying the same thing, that we are all connected, that we are all one, that God is in everything and everyone, regardless of what it might look like to our little tiny, human pea brains. We've got to step back now and get a broader vision of what's happening, and that is the Aquarian age. The Aquarian age is about the collective. It's about seeing things on a broader scale. It is ruled by Uranus, and of course Uranus right now is in Taurus for the next several years, and so is the north node of the moon in Taurus. And of course Taurus rules, the physical planes, fixed earth, the earth. She's here. Taurus, wealth, what we value, because also Taurus is ruled by Venus. So love, beauty, the values of what it is that we cherish in our lives. And right now, of course, that's all up for review. It's just every single thing pretty much is up for review right now. And what works and what doesn't. So my motto this year is, that was then, this is now. And that can be like 5 minutes ago. That was then. That's how fast it's going, and will continue to go faster. And we have to keep adapting. We have to keep going. We did sign up for this. I know. I always say, look, next time I'm going to read that fine print. Because in the fine print, it says you need to do what you came to do. Whether you're tired, whether you're exhausted, whether you're physically, spent, emotionally spent, whether you're pissed off, whether you're sad, whether you're just in denial. Because not all light workers are awake yet. And that's one of the things that I am asked to do today through Spirit, is to do some language of light today. I've been honored to be given this gift for many years, and I've used it in my work, my breath work, my consciousness raising work, my coaching work. And it is basically a channeling of the language of light, which is the language of love. So love is within that language. I work with some archangels that I discovered a few years ago through, there is a book, a Judaism book, that lists all the angels and what they do, what they represent, what categories they cover. And this blew my mind because, of course, Michael was the first archangel that I connected with when I was a kid. I was raised very, 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 very strict, tight-hold Missouri Synod Lutheran. And man, yikes. But, of course I know I chose that and my line and all of it. I understand and I know that, even though I'm like, what? Why? What? And Michael was the first time I saw an angel with a sword. And as a kid, I was like, wow, I thought angels were all, fairy wings and la la la, and love and light and joy. And I, was raised that way. But then I went into a church, a Catholic church, actually, which I got a lot of freaking blowback from my Lutheran teachers, because I went to parochial school. They didn't like it that I went to a Catholic church. All I knew was, it was beautiful. I loved the candles. I loved the ceremony. I loved the symbolism. I loved it. And Mondays we got to share what we did over the weekend. And when I shared that, man, my teacher was like, basically humiliated me in front of the entire class and told me that wasn't okay to go to a Catholic church. And anyway, so, however, that's where I first saw Archangel Michael in stained glass with the sword. And I'm like, yes! I don't know why, but I like an angel with a sword. And of course, he's the angel that cuts away all the delusion and the illusion and the cords and the negativity that we are encased in the third dimension. And unless you've done some of your own inner work, you still are encased in. And that's what's happening. People's beliefs and ideas about how reality is supposed to be are coming up against this new paradigm, which is not about the Piscean age, which is not about one person telling the masses what to do or not to do. The Catholic Church has made, lots of money in regards to all that, huh? They have their own city. Yeah, well, different topic for a different video. But anyway, so I found out that Archangel Michael is actually one of my angels, my archangels. And I didn't realize that until I read this book and was given this book to look at. And basically, they have the archangel, and then they have the angels that work under the archangels. Well, Michael is under the physical realm of my existence, and the dates are November 3rd to November 7th. And so that's the physical aspect, and that's who runs the show of my physical environment, plus his angel underneath him. And then another angel that I work with that through this book is Raphael. And of course, he's the angel of healing. I've worked with him because I am a healer. I've always called in Raphael, even though I didn't know that I was actually, on his team. Wow, what an honor. And that Raphael is the intellectual aspect of these different dimensions. And it's from, 9 o'clock at night till 9:19. Wow, very specific. And I'm in that range. And then the last one that really blew my mind was Metatron. Well, yeah, the big daddy of all the angels, of all the archangels. And he is the emotional aspect of me. And he specifically only comes in on the only fixed sign in the zodiac that he runs, and the only day of the fixed sign that he is overseer of, and that happens to be my birthday. What? So, as you can see and hear, I have a great, wonderful team that is over me and showing me and leading me. And I am attempting to do my best to follow their guidance and follow what they want me to do, as I've been doing with the breath for almost 35 years this year, which I'm very happy about, and utilizing it to help people get through the maze of the third dimension. And this is a maze. Amazing. Pretty amazing of the third dimension, but yes, we are in it, and we're going to be in it for a little while longer anyway, but we're inching closer to the ascension. And every time you can be in your love, every time you can be in your light, every time you can be in your heart, every time you can be what your soul is asking of you, you're in the fifth dimension. Yes, there will come a point where we will ascend and stay there. Yay! Yay! However, right now, most of us are going back and forth because we got to clean this 2,000 years of shite up so we can move into the fifth dimension, because the fifth dimension is the vibration of love, not fear, as the third dimension is. And so we have to graduate from the third dimension to get to the fifth. And every time we can remember that it is all one, that everything is God, that every single person, place, thing, animal, insect, bird, every single thing, star, galaxy, you, me, God, all one. It's all one. And it's all connected. So if you raise your frequency and you raise your vibration, it ripples out into the collective, which is Aquarius. 144,000 is the tipping point, is the 100th monkey, if you will. You can Google that. True story, which basically is about reaching critical mass. So the more work you do on yourself, the more you heal yourself, the more you let the light of love come into you and change you from the inside out, the more you are adding to the ascension process for all of us. So that's what I've been doing, first unbeknownst to me, and then for about, let's see, 50 years or so, 50 years, consciously doing it. And then I became a breath worker 35 years ago, and that really speeded up my acceleration into letting go of the past and all that old conditioning and programming that I got from my line and from my schools and from my church and all of it. Yeah, you know. So, today, I've been asked to channel the language of light. And the language of light are sounds, as any language are sounds that we put meaning to. However, the language of light is the language that speaks to your heart and to your soul and your alignment. It is not English. It is the language of light. I don't know what language. If it's any language on earth, I don't know. The closest I've ever heard anybody speak that sounded like the language of light was when I went and saw the white buffalo calves, and a Cherokee elder spoke. So, white buffalo calf woman, not sure if you're familiar, you can also Google that story, that when the white buffalo comes back to the planet, then peace and joy and love will come back. And they're back. Yay! The little white buffalo calves. Oh, so cute. I have some in my medicine bag. White buffalo hair, fur. So, I'm going to say some things in the language of light. And what I would like you to do while you're listening to this is just close your eyes and breathe the conscious holy breath, which is all the way down from your diaphragm, all the way up through your crown and back in. So you're breathing in a circle. And it's the circle of light and love that you're going to be breathing. And I want you to let it come into your heart. This language is about heart and soul. So let your intellect step aside, emotional, step aside, and just be in the now with these sounds and how they make you feel. Because they will touch your heart and they will touch your consciousness and your alignment. They will. They do that. I've witnessed it. I've seen it many times. So I'm going to do this. I don't know how long, for however long I hear it. And you feel it out. See if anything shifts in you. If you feel any kind of shift within your consciousness, within your heart chakra, within all the chakras, that's what it serves. Even though it's heart and soul, it aligns all the chakras and the ones above, the soul star, the physical star, all of them, not just the 7. Okay, so I'm going to start, and I will go as long as I'm hear the information, and then I will come back and close out. All right? So just take a few deep breaths. All the way. Oh, yeah, that was good. All the way down into your belly. Through your mouth, which allows you to go deeper. At some point, when you've cleared out your emotional body of all the cobwebs and all the old shite, you'll be able to do this through your nose. Breathe this deeply. But most people start with open mouths. And it doesn't have to be gaping hole, just enough so that you can go as deep as you can. And notice how deep you can go, because that's an indication of where your emotional body, how much is in there and what it's holding. Okay? So, here we go. Kadaya no mawati kitistano me. Kono wa tikini ni wa ikistono no ipatoto. Likata ishta mikana to stata de ya ikata esminaya. Le kata inna mawat sukate shini iya to kanaste. Wo ita de kita ita ma ito kono ita este. What kono ini moいかなをいしたとわててこのろれりやままをいわさまばばてこのえてきまなをしやてきねわりりらこのてれそのままてわたしたらでひしたとえかたばねねわそそういとえまめSikana ya te kotasto e na e te male la la do ishta e konama son lele konama bobo sikana te fosuwa si te konama e te ya te kano sta ita do e kanoa todo hita pota ke na wa te kano Yes, ye gonna de poto de gonna meta sabat what we got de be nin yada oe pasado va zoe satamae kata ayata kataste yata nish takawa wastaye. I don't know about you, but I'm buzzing. I'm buzzing, and when I'm doing this, I'm covered with what I call angel bumps. 20th century goosebumps, 21st century angel bumps, and that is when I am speaking the truth or I'm hearing the truth. That's what happens to my physical body on its own. So that's my barometer to see if I am receiving the truth. And while I was doing that and I felt that, I'm sure you saw that, and that's what that is. So hopefully that will get through on a non-intellectual level, on an emotional level, on a spiritual level, on all the levels, but don't let the mind in, because then the mind is like, what is that? That sounds like gibberish. Let all that go and just receive the tones and the frequencies that are coming through me when I talk in the language of light, which is the light of love, which is what you and me and we all are. Yay! So, I trust that you enjoyed this. Please like and share and subscribe, you know, the routine. and see if any of that resonated for you. And please, if it did, leave a comment. Say yay or no or yeah or do it again or no, never. Whatever. I'm going to do what I'm asked to do regardless of what people think or say or do. Done with that. That was then. This is now. All right, my friends. Thank you for joining me today. I will be back on the full moon, as far as I know, this very moment, which is a huge, powerful Leo new moon. So look that up. There's some great people online that have the information for you, and see where this all lands in your life. I hope that it does resonate for you and brings you some joy and peace and relief. Om Namah Shivaya. In Lakach. Namaste. El Kalimo. Thank you for joining me. Come back and see me, and I'll see you again. As far as I know, I will see you again as soon as I can try where I will see you again on the full moon, God willing. Bye for now.